So what is happening in the South Florida residential real estate market as of the end of March 2025? My name is Adam Stein. I am the broker and owner of Century 21 in Boca Raton, Florida. We're located in Palm Beach County. And today I'm going to give you the market statistics, as I do every single month, for the month ending of March. Now I'm shooting this early May of 2025. We get the statistics about a month or so in arrears. We of course compile them, and now I want to share them with you. The reason I share these statistics with you is so that you can be well informed as a consumer, and if you're an agent watching this, so that you can educate your consumers with the most up-to-date data. Now I get this data from the Florida Association of Realtors, and then we compile it here and put it into succinct statistics to help you stay informed. Okay, so let's start with single-family homes. The median single-family home price point, that's what everyone wants to know, is what are homes selling for? What's the median home price point? In March of 2025 was $643,000, and that is a near 2% decrease from February, which means that we're starting to see prices stabilize and in some cases come down. That is a 1.8% or 2% increase over a year prior, which is a very interesting statistic given that we had seen annual increases of 6+ percent, 10% year over year, 20% year over year since the pandemic. In 2020, we had seen incredible rates of appreciation. We all know that. We've been talking about that for a long time, but we're starting to see that flatten out. We're starting to see that stabilize. And the numbers I just gave you, in February 2025, the median was $655,000. In March of 2024, it was $632,000. So 2% increase year over year, but a near 2% decrease month over month as of March 2025. The other thing we're starting to see is time to contract is increasing from a year ago. So that's the biggest increase, about a 23% increase from 33 days of being on the market to go to contract to now 41 days in March of 2025. Again, why does that matter? Well, if you're a home seller and you're contemplating putting your home on the market, now you know you need to prepare to be on the market a little bit longer than, say, a year ago, and certainly much longer than what it was like in 2021, 22, when homes were moving very quickly off the market. It's just good information so that you can be strategic with your approach, and you can have reasonable expectations when working with a real estate professional on what's going to happen. We are seeing an increase in the number of pendings from February to March. The number of listings has increased slightly, but the biggest number here is the total number of available single-family homes. This is the Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County market. Year over year has increased nearly 35%. We were at 12,000, roughly just under 13,000 homes in March of 24. We're at nearly 17,000 in March of 2025. Okay, what does that mean? It means that if you're a home seller, you've got to be strategic in your property positioning when you're going to the market so that your home can stand out, understanding that there's going to be more competition. As a buyer, what it means is you have more options. And today, because homes are taking more time going under contract, it means you don't have the same pressure you once had to get your offer in and perform at a quicker pace. You can take a little bit more time. Okay, let's talk about condos, townhomes, and villas. We've been talking about here in the market that we've seen a massive increase in condos, and that's been problematic. What we did see in March compared to February was we saw an increase in the number of sales, actually a pretty considerable increase, which is a good sign. We're starting to work through some of that inventory. Buyers are in the market buying condominiums. It's not as if no condominiums are selling. Buyers are in the market buying condominiums. We also saw a decrease year over year. So unlike single family homes, we saw a near 2% increase in the median single family home price point value. For condos, townhomes, villas across that tri-county market, we saw a decrease of almost 4% of the median price point from $354,000 to $342,000. So in general, we're starting to see what I would call a stabilization of value and certainly a deceleration of price appreciation. And so that's a good thing. I think the biggest problem that we've been facing here in South Florida real estate, and certainly across the United States, in most markets, not all, where some markets are still very, very low inventory and buyers are still competing very aggressively, areas of the Northeast, that sort of thing. But in general, certainly across the Sun Belt, we're seeing more inventory, which means we're now starting to see less pricing acceleration. And the number one issue has been affordability. The cost of owning a home has gone up considerably over the last few years. And so one of the levers that we really need to pull in order to make housing more affordable is we got to get values down to some degree. Now, I'm not suggesting that I want homeowners' values to start plummeting. I don't want that. That would not be a good thing for anybody. But I do want to see a decrease in the rate of appreciation. We get back into a more normal rate of appreciation that we've seen historically over long-term timelines. 3 to 5% per year would be a reasonable rate of appreciation on an annualized basis, not the accelerated appreciation we saw during pandemic and immediately post-pandemic. We're also seeing back on condos, it is true that the time to contract, both for single-family homes and for condos, has gone up. It was previously 41 days. We're now at 64 days for a condominium, townhome, or villa. And this is a general statistic for all properties within those property types in the tri-county market of Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County. Sales are increasing, but we are also, again, seeing an increase in the total number of active listings. We went from 24,000 total active listings in March of 24 to nearly 34,000 active listings in March of 25. So we've got 34,000 condo, townhome, villa, another 17,000. So we're looking at about 51,000 available properties in Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County as of March, end of March of 2025. Now, some would say, oh my gosh, that's so much available property, and it's going to take so long for us to sell this property, which is going to mean a glut of inventory, which is going to mean values are going to come down because we have a diminishing demand and increasing supply. And the truth is that those are actually pre-pandemic levels of inventory. I've been selling real estate for several decades now, and just prior to the pandemic, let's talk about from the let's call it 2015 to 2020 window, we saw in general 48 to 54,000 available properties on the market at any given time. And so it's not like we're going into some incredibly high amount, some distorted number of available properties relative to the historical norms. We're just kind of returning to what it has been prior to the pandemic. And so what that means to you, Mr. Buyer, Mr. Seller, or Mr. or Mrs. Real Estate Agent, is that there are options in the market today as a buyer, that there is competition in the market today if you're a seller. And if you're an agent, your customers need to know this information, and you need to be able to explain it to them in a way that helps them be empowered to make great decisions. As usual, I'll continue to come every month with the market update. You can expect to hear from me at the beginning of June with April's numbers like I do every single month. In the meantime, if you want to reach out to me or any of the professionals at Century 21 Stein Posner, we remain available to help you. You can find us on our LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, website, Google My Business Listing. We're anywhere you want to go look for us, you're going to find us easily. And if not us, consumers, at least make sure you're consulting your trusted professional, someone you might have a relationship with, so that they can help you make sense of the market data so you can make good, empowered decisions in your next buying and selling decision. As always, great to talk with you.